It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From AT&T Center in San Antonio, tonight, the San Antonio Spurs playing host to the LA Clippers. It's showtime. The tip won by Los Angeles. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
DeJounte Murray to Aldridge. Short jumper stays out.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Beverly to Harkless. Baseline drive. Kawhi Leonard. He's looking for that touch.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
George to Harkless. Shot from in close, no good. Murray into the front court. Down just a couple. To DeRozan. From long range. Not that time. He misses. Beverly to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. Here comes the screen. DeJounte Murray, defended by Harkless. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out, and he'll go to the foul line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
DeJounte Murray has got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. To Harkless. Beverly. Throws it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. DeRozan. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Beverly into the front court. Leads 4. Trey Lyles swats it. And that one out of bounds off his spur. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Harkless. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, still no good. Murray with it. Down 4. To Rudy Gay.
And look, no disrespect to Dwayne Casey of Toronto. I mean Detroit, because he was the coach of the year for Toronto, even though he got fired. But for Greg Popovich to lead this team to 7th place in the Western Conference, with 47 wins is beyond me. I do not understand how he is not the coach of the year. When you have a guy like Manu Ginobili, who is older than me, and he's able to lead this team to where they were last year, that says everything you need to know about Pop.
One thing, Jay, you're not 40 years old yet, so that's good. And two, they had to reinvent how they did things last year. Kawhi Leonard played barely 10 games last season, so they found a way to do it. Then you add DeRozan. I'm so interested to see what this Spurs team is going to be. Yes, you lose Kawhi, but you never really had him last year either. DeJounte Murray pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Rudy Gay. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Rudy Gay, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 79% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Beverly into the front court. Up 5. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle and not landing.
LaMarcus Aldridge missed his first. That one goes.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Beverly to Paul George. To Leonard. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time. Mills in possession. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Fine to shoot. Patty Mills. Not today.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Patty Mills. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter in the books. The Clippers are out in front. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
And count the basket.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
It's LA Clippers ball.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in LA. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years, but LeBron James is in LA now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. Clippers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Paul George to Beverley. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Cunningham. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Leonard. To George. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. George lets it fly. To Cunningham. Knocks it down off the step back.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Kawhi Leonard matched up with DeRozan. George. To Harkless. Paul George. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs. Jay, DeMar DeRozan fell in love with Toronto as a player and a person. But no question, DeRozan's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
He most definitely is, and he will embrace Greg Popovich and also the San Antonio Spurs. But I'm going to read you what DeMar DeRozan said. He said, "People say, what are you depressed about? You can buy anything you want. I wish everyone in the world was rich so they would realize money isn't everything. It's about loyalty," for DeMar DeRozan.
Clippers have the basketball to Beverly. Here comes the screen. Beverly. Probing the defense. He wants to deliver. Leonard. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Leonard to Beverly. Screen coming. Curling inside, drove the lane and finished strong at the hoop on that one.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Murray into the front court. Down 3. DeRozan, guarded by Patterson. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. George picked up by DeJounte Murray. Leonard, now pass stolen by the Spurs. DeJounte Murray. Tough make through traffic. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. New blood coming in for both sides. Leonard to Beverly. Harkless to Paul George. LaMarcus Aldridge. Huge block. DeRozan with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Murray. Short jumper stays out. George to Leonard. Not that time. The follow won't go either. DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. Trying to cash in. DeRozan with a shot off the mark. Here's Leonard for two. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
DeRozan with the basketball. Down by 1. Has a chance. Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Desperation shot here from half court. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Clippers will start the second half with a narrow lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Spurs aren't down by too much at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Assists.
The first half is exactly what coaches want to see from their players offensively. The ball is moving, players are taking great shots, and the assist totals keep going up.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. To DeRozan. Short jumper won't fall. Beverly into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Kawhi Leonard. Deep two there, won't go. The follow won't go either.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
DeJounte Murray, defended by Harkless. Here comes the screen to DeRozan. The Spurs with 4 on the shot clock. DeMar DeRozan. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Harkless. Beverly to George. Nothing going here on that drive. Murray with the basketball. His team up by 1. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
DeJounte Murray at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. Oops, he missed the first one. Oh, he missed on a pair. It's LA Clippers ball. Beverly to Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Knocked loose. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Great dish to set it up. Shot from the lane won't go.
And even his easy shots look difficult. It seems like the defense has completely disrupted his game. The bumping and pushing him is really throwing him off.
DeRozan. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Beverly to George. Harkless to Paul George. Jumper's good.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. It's That's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Down low, Aldridge. Scores from the post. To George. Down for Harkless. LaMarcus Aldridge with a piece. That's his 3rd block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Nice pass to set things up.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
DeJounte Murray to Patty Mills. With a drop step. And the Clippers with the rebound. George against the Australian. The shot, almost.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to Leonard. Down low, George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. To Aldridge. Won't go. PG lets it fly. No good. Nice follow. Montrezl Harrell.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Rudy Gay. Going to launch beyond the arc. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Paul George to Beverly. Paul George. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Patty Mills. To Rudy Gay. 4-3. Knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Rudy Gay with a chance at a 4-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. You can count that one a 4-point play. 3/4 down. The Clippers have the lead. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
To Leonard. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both, and you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
Montrezl Harrell. He's got 2 shots coming. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Mills in possession. The deficit now up to 5. Down to Gay. Rudy Gay slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Bellinelli. Driving right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Mills in possession. 5-point game. Here comes the screen. To Rudy Gay. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Beverly into the front court. Leads 5. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Murray. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
DeJounte Murray trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. The free throw, good. Converts on the 3-point play. And the margin is down to 2. To Beverly. Down low for Leonard. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
DeJounte Murray at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. Free throw up and good. A 3-point play. It's back to a 1-point game. Kawhi Leonard, defended by the UConn product. To Harkless. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
To Murray. From the outside, no good. Leonard. Spurs in possession. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Leonard. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Murray into the front court. His guys down 3. DeRozan here against Harkless. That's going to be out of bounds. George picked up by DeRozan. To Beverly. Harkless. Gets it in the right corner. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
San Antonio with the basketball. DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit. Leonard to Beverly. Harkless. Rudy Gay. Even to Zubac. Sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Harkless, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
George to Beverly. Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Rudy Gay. To Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Draws the double and still hits. Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. DeRozan to Patty Mills. To DeRozan. Five to shoot for San Antonio. Mills with a shot that won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Leonard to Harkless. George taken by Aldridge. Mills in possession. The margin standing now at 7. Aldridge. Derek White matched up with Patrick Patterson. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Whistle blown. In the eyes of the ref, intentional.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers added a win with today's solid victory. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Spurs put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in his zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.